Welcome to my channel. In one of my previous videos, we would have seen how to install OnePlus Super Live wallpapers on any Android phone. So today I've installed the Oxygen OS on my Lavender, which is the Redmi Note 7. This is a port from OnePlus 7 and it was made by a famous developer called Junim. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. So let me show you on which Android it's running. As you can see, everything looks like an Oxygen OS. So as it's running on Oxygen OS 10.3.1, let me show you. So this is the about of the phone. As you can see, everything has been modified in terms of our Redmi Note 7 to Snapdragon 660, 4GB RAM, 64GB, except this image. All these specs have been changed. Let's say I've changed my device name to Redmi Note 7s, and let me show you the Android version. So the Android version is running on the latest Android, which is the Android 10, as you can see. But however, there's an issue. Let me show you the issue. The Android security patch level is January 1, 2020, and the Play System update is not getting updated. As I tried it, it is still in September, but when I try to update it to March, it gets reverted back to September itself. Next, you have the kernel version. The kernel which I'm using is Predator Stormbreaker 7.0. As you can see, the default kernel was so laggy, so that I changed the kernel. As you can see, the build number is Oxygen OS 10.3.1. So this is the build number, Oxygen OS 10.3.1. So this is the about of the phone. So now let us start from the home screen and see what are the features available. As you can see from the home screen, all the apps from the phone dialer to the gallery are the Oxygen OS apps. As you can see, everything, let me show you. So this is an Oxygen OS app. This is an Oxygen OS. Everything is Oxygen OS app. So if you long press on the home screen, you can see the OnePlus launcher. So this is the OnePlus launcher version 4.3.8, as you can see. So next we'll see what are the options available in the OnePlus launcher. If you swipe down, you will get quick settings. If you swipe to the right in the home screen, as you can see, you will get the OnePlus launcher shelf. And if you let me show you the other features. And if you double tap on your home screen, your phone will get locked. So here are all the other options available. Here also have an icon pack where you can change your icon shape to OnePlus, round, square, and many other icons. You can also download icons from the Play Store, and this ROM has GApps inbuilt in it, so you need not separately download GApps. So as you can see now, if you swipe up, you get an app drawer, which is the OnePlus launcher app drawer. As you can see, everything works fine. So if you move to the left, you have the hidden space where you can hide your applications which you don't require or which you don't use much. And you can see the calculator is from OnePlus, the clock is from OnePlus. You also even have a community app, OnePlus community app, or the contacts app. So there are many other apps. All these apps are inbuilt apps. So there's an important thing to note that this ROM is been pre-rooted, so you need not root once again after flashing the ROM. So next, let us move on to the settings and find what are all present. As you can see, you have Wi-Fi and internet. You have Wi-Fi and SIM and network. In this, VoLTE works fine, and the Wi-Fi also works fine. I have tried with it. Next, you have data usage, hotspot and tethering. You also have an airplane mode, VPN, and private DNS. You have Bluetooth and device connection, but here it will show NFC, cast, tap and pay. But however, NFC is not present in this phone. So you see Bluetooth, cast, printing, Chromebook, all the options are present. Next, moving, this is the important customization which I feel. You have display. Here in the display, you have first adaptive brightness. You have sleep after how many minutes of inactivity, as you can see. Then you also have screen calibration. There are 3 calibrations available: Vivid, Natural, and Advanced. You also have a notch display where you can hide your notch so that the apps cannot use that notch area. Next, you have which apps to display in full screen. So when you move on to scenes, you have night mode, reading mode, and video enhancer. So video enhancer enhances the color while playing the videos, and it works fine. So these features are useful. You also even ambient display, and it works fine. As you can see, lift up to place. You also have even have horizon light. This is like the edge lighting, as you can see. Next, when you move to the font size, you have the default. You have display size. If you move to the status bar, there are some 5 more options available. You have battery style, where some 3 options are present, such as battery bar. As you can see, battery bar. So let me click on battery circle. So you see the battery's icon shape have been changed to circle. Battery, and so battery won't be displayed in a quick status bar. You also have show battery percentage, have display network speed. Next, you have auto rotate screen and screensaver. So these are the options present in display. Next, on moving on to customization, here you can set your wallpapers, accent color, as you can see. So to change into dark mode, you have to go to your customization and click on preset themes and change to nuance dark. So let it change. As you can see, it has entered into a dark theme, system wide dark theme. So let me change it back once again, illuminating light. As you can see here, wallpapers, clock style, you can even have custom clock faces in it. Also have shape of icon packs, other things. These are customization. Next you have sound and vibration. As you can see, this is sound and vibration. Here you have Dolby Atmos, which works very fine. So you need to install Dolby Atmos as a separate module, as Dolby Atmos is inbuilt with this ROM. As you can see, you also have do not disturb mode, you have earphones mode. You can also have touch vibration. For the touch vibration, you can set the intensity such as light, medium and strong. Let me click it medium. As you can see, the intensity has increased. Next, when moving on to buttons and gestures, since this is running on Android 10, you have the Android 10 gestures which are present. As you can see, navigation gestures, left and right, swipe inward from the left or right to go back. As you can see, these are the options present, navigation bar and gestures. Also have quick activate the assistant tab. So if you long press your home button for 0.5 seconds, your Google Assistant will get activated. Next you have apps and notification. Next you have security and lock screen. As I said before, it's not on the latest security patch, it's still on the January 1 2020 patch. And also you can see the Google Play system update is not in September, sorry for the mistake, it is in October 1 2019. And however, when I try to update, it gets reverted back to October itself, I think. So this is a issue with the ROM. So next you have a screen device security where your fingerprints, and it works fine. As you can see, fingerprint works fine. You also even have a face unlock inbuilt with this ROM. So this is a OnePlus face unlock and it works fine. As you can see, I did not add the data, but I tried it, it works fine. Next you have battery. On moving on to battery usage, I would say this is average in this ROM. Since it's a ported ROM, there are many bugs present and there are many loopholes in this. I have changed and tried many kernels, but none of them gave me more than 4 hours of battery backup, as you can see. So this is the issue with this ROM. I would not recommend you to use this as a daily driver because this ROM has many bugs and issues. So you will get irritated with this. So there are many other options to use as daily driver in your phone. So I also made a few videos about it, such as Havoc OS and Pixel Experience. If you have not watched that video, I'll give an I button top so that you can go ahead and watch that video. So next, on moving on to storage, you have some nearly about 14 GB, sorry, 11 GB consumed for system. So you are free up with some 51 GB, which is decent, like from 50 to 51 GB, which is like decent for this ROM. Next, you have digital well-being. Since it's running on Android 10, as I said, digital well-being is present. You even also have utilities where you can use app locker. So app locker is inbuilt in this phone. You have scheduled power on and off. You have OnePlus switch. So if you're switching from any other OnePlus phone, you can use this. You have OnePlus laboratory. Here DC dimming and option is present. However, DC dimming is not, this feature does not work because it's only for AMOLED screen and it's not for LCD screens. Next, you have quick reply in landscape, as you can see. Next, moving on to system. Here you have accessibility, languages and input, date and time, backup, reset options, OTG storage, experience improvement programs. These are all of no use, multiple uses. Next, you have developer options. So in developer options, if you come and see, average 1.5 GB is used by the system. So I have not installed any other apps. Advanced reboot is there, so you can reboot into your recovery. Wait, sorry. Let me show you. As you can see, advanced reboot is there, so recovery, bootloader and screenshot. Next, on moving down, you have RAM boost. So this RAM boost works somewhat in this ROM, I would say. The memory management is somewhat good, but it's not very good as compared to stock Android ROMs. Next, you have system update. This won't work even though if you click on it, it will not get loaded and it will show you it has crashed. So there's no use in this. Next, at last, you have about of the phone. As I showed you before itself, it shows what are the specs about this and which Android it's running with the security patch and with which kernel. So I can say I've been using Predator Stormbreaker 7.0 kernel. As you can see, there was some minor lag when I was minimizing the settings app. So that's all, geeks. So this is a short review about the OnePlus 7 port for Lavender, so, aka which is also known as Redmi Note 7. This ROM works fine. I will not recommend you to use it as a daily driver. So since it's a ported ROM, you cannot get OTA updates. You need to dirty flash. If dirty flash, there may be some bugs or you won't be able to boot it. So try it at your own risk. However, this ROM will give you a good experience. So thank you for watching. Please join my Telegram channel for more updates. See you again in my next video. Stay home, stay safe.